Hey there friends, I'm Andrew from the Scrapbox,
and I make LEGO projects out of games, shows, movies, whatever. I've been watching a lot of the Amazing Digital Circus recently, and in the past I've made some extremely detailed renditions of some fan favorites, made a couple larger Pomnis, and long ago, locked away in the box of shame, is one of my earliest customs, which is, well, it exists. But now I can make figures good sometimes, so I wanted to make the cast in LEGO form. Will we have time for the entire cast today?
Absolutely not. Do you know how much
hours We'll get as far as we can. Now the first step for every good project is research. It'd be really embarrassing if the perfect minifigures already existed, so obviously I bought them all to see for myself. Now we've got 4 groups here. Some of them are great, some of them are not, and some are a mixed bag. I couldn't even tell you what's going on with half of these guys. But I did notice something important, something off, something not quite right. These are amazing and incredible figures, but they're not minifigures. Never in 1,000 years would someone mistake this for a LEGO piece. I often tell people who ask for anime eyes on customs that they don't want a LEGO figure, they just want a figure. And that's not what we're here for, so please keep your hands, feet, and astral forms inside the circus for the duration of the ride, because we're gonna make the most LEGO-like minifigures the world has ever seen. And we're starting with everybody's favorite jester, Pomni. Pomni is the easiest of the bunch. In fact, most of these figures do a very good job. It would be so nice if I could just steal the hat piece from this one, but Cubel is letting me use the blender so I can create a halfway decent replica of it. I'm also referencing LEGO's normal jester hat so I can keep it in the same style and size of that one. Now that might look terrible, but that's because I'm just using the basic shapes right now. We haven't even gotten to the sculpting part yet, and there it goes. That's how fast it works in real life too. Not too shabby. I've been trying to toe the line where it's low poly enough so the file isn't huge, but still rounded enough to not be noticeable when printed, and I think this covers it. Pomni's outfit is incredibly simple, so I don't want to waste a lot of time on that, but I will say one of the most important things about her appearance is the fact that she is incredibly short. Second only to Kane. So instead of regular legs, I'm gonna give her some mid legs. Changing body parts is always a drag on the digital models, but for Pomni, anything. Now all we need to do is add her characteristically concerned face, and we could see our brand new Pomni in 3, 2, 1. Oh, she turned out adorably. I think by making her shorter, we can end up with the maximum range of heights when the cast is all together. Now, let's see who's next. Kinger. Now Kinger is an interesting choice because he isn't humanoid at all. He's a literal chess piece. And if there's one thing I know, it's that LEGO has made many chess pieces. So this should be pretty easy, especially since if Unikitty has taught me anything, a minifigure can be brick built. We're gonna start off with a nice flat base, using ingots for textured fur, then some nice magenta cylinders, because that's all his body is. I'll give him a little dome for the shoulders, add a dish for his collar, then we can get ready to add his first eye, his second eye, and he only gets a stud at the top because LEGO won't touch any religious iconography. Don't look at that, or that, or that one. I made this little real-world prototype, but I don't have all the correct color pieces. He's definitely really tall, but that's good because he is the tallest in the group. And now, all we need is some printing on some of the pieces and we're good to go. Except, this Kinger doesn't have hands. Or does he? Now presenting, the hands of the king. Now they can float around anywhere just like in the show. Or, I guess you could do something like this, but that's Well, frankly, that's ugly. So let's call this king complete. Zooble, the mismatched cash piano themselves. Man, Zooble is definitely in my top 10 favorite characters on this show. However, I do feel really bad for the fact that they're entirely composed of different individual pieces. Wait a minute. An idea! Wow, that's bright. What if we made their body out of different individual pieces? That would be super easy, right? Wrong. LEGO doesn't have nearly the color selection people think it does. But if LEGO made pieces in all sorts of different colors, then it would be really easy to make everything up to Zooble's head. Then suddenly this great idea becomes an abomination. So Zooble's gonna have to receive a custom headpiece that looks a little something like this. And I know that their eyes are two different sizes, but for the point of part cohesion, we're gonna make them both the same size. That way you could swap out tons of different eyes and limbs and all that fun stuff. I'm also making them a little lightning antenna because, why not? It's got those antler hairpiece vibes. But altogether that seems pretty good. Time for the microwave.
You have one unheard message. First unheard message.
Andrew, I swear to all that is holy, if I come home and you've put another Lego figure in the microwave, I don't even know what I'm going to do. You know, I don't know if this is to spite me, or if it's some weird rite of passage, but microwaves don't even work like that. They heat water molecules and fats. You taught me that, but it's nearly every day I come home and there's some new abomination just waiting for me to heat up the leftovers. And oh, it better not be that weird circus character you like so much. You know, the fact that they can pull off their own head freaks me out. I don't know anymore. I have to work late tonight, so I guess I'll see you when I get home.
End of message. To delete this message, press 7. Message deleted.
Gangle.
Really glad you're here, Detective, because we could really use your help. Found him in an alley. We've got no leads on the perpetrator, but one thing's for certain. The victim was torn to ribbons.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Gangle. Now that's a hard one because how do ribbons? I don't know. I think these guys had it pretty close by using a skeleton torso and limbs, but they made Gangle a bit too tall, and I'm not sure about the custom head. So we're gonna follow suit, except we won't end up with anything like this, so I guess we're not following suit at all. Or are we? Just watch. First I take the skeleton body, then I delete most of the skeleton body, then I sit on the toilet. Wait. Then I learn about the screw function Blender has to make a spring. After that, I painstakingly replace the entire skeletal structure with ribbons. And voila! A brand new ribbony body! I also took the time to do the same for the legs, so instead of bumpy bones, we have streamlined ribbon legs. Just like that. Ready to do whatever it is legs do. Gangle, assemble! At the top of the torso, on the little neck bar, we're gonna add a ring pop clip so we can attach the mask. Did I completely forget about the mask? Maybe. But we could use a 2x2 tile for that. Oh, it's way too big. Well, then we could use a 1x1 tile. Way too small. Quick look, a spherical cow! Pay attention to it and nothing else here. Look, you guys, the tile did fit after all. It's definitely not a new piece. Which means now everybody's darling Gangle can exist in peace. Of course. I will say while this piece is very Lego-like, Lego would never make it because, how do I put this nicely? A lot of people fall into the Ethan category.
And I look at myself in the mirror and I say, dumb idiot.
And they would 100% immediately try to squish and break this hydraulic press style. But overall, still a lovely Lego rendition.
Huh? Oh, you made it to the end. Sorry we couldn't get every figure done in this one episode. That's because things take time. So much time. In fact, there's so little time for the time that there needs to be to fit in. It doesn't make any sense. But we'll get them next time. As always, I've been Andrew, you've been watching The Scrapbox. Do all the YouTube things, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, have yourself a wonderful day. Alright, bye!